Welcome back, Lake Tahoe. I am very excited to be joined by Mark Salmon today, and I am excited to talk about Compass Real Estate and what you're seeing in our Tahoe area this time of year. Mark, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, as always. Yeah, it's kind of wild times right now. Obviously, we were all watching to see what happened with the election, how that would swing the market. So we had a really slow shoulder season, and frankly, holidays as well. Got a new president, still a little bit of volatility out there. See what he's going to do with things. But the market's really improved over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. Inventory is down still, but and interest rates are high, but actually quite a bit of activity.
Well, that sounds like that's interesting news. Do you have a lot of buyers coming into the Tahoe region after that boom we had a couple of years ago, or has that settled down?
The boom itself has settled down, and mainly because people have gone back to work, right? So that was the whole thing is people were up here working from home, even part-time, let alone full-time. So why not invest in real estate? So we had a gluttony of buyers. They've all gone back to work, and then interest rates went, they've tripled since those good times. But people, it's still Lake Tahoe, and people are coming up here, and we're getting a lot of buyers actually, and quite a bit of activity, especially on the newer construction right now.
Well, that is some pretty exciting news. And let's just say that somebody's watching and they have very little knowledge about the real estate market, but they're thinking, I have a dream of buying a home in Tahoe. For someone who is just getting started, what would you recommend their first step be to making that dream come true?
So I would come up here and sit down with me first. I mean, you can obviously learn so much from the internet these days, and especially like a good agent, a tenured agent is going to have a solid website that's going to have a lot of that information, but it's not the same as being face to face with somebody and then just talking about different. I mean, we've got 2 different states, we've got 5 different jurisdictions. Every part of this lake is obviously different. And that's the first part is to figure out like where they want to be and why. What do they want to use this home for? So that face to face, you just can't beat it.
That makes a lot of sense, Mark. And you said that people can come in and chat with you. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can call me direct, 530-318-7637. They can go to my website first. I always recommend that too. Like read the reviews, see who you're working with. I have a video bio on my website, tahoesalmon.com. Real original, it's my last name, but at least you can go on there and you can see me talking and interacting and get a feel because it's obviously like any business. I think it's super important that you know who you're working with and you're comfortable with them just as much as their knowledge is important.
Fantastic. Well, Mark, I really appreciate you calling in today. It's always good to get a little bit of insight on what's happening in our market. And I like that giving a little bit of a helping hand to people who want to enter our beautiful community as well. Thank you for calling in, and we'll look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thanks for having me.